How's it going, everybody? Today is Tuesday, the 19th. We all made it through the new moon energy. At least I hope we all did. I know it was pretty intense energy, but I'm hoping that everybody was able to get through. They were able to keep their thoughts positive and make the required adjustments that were necessary in order for them to move forward. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. thefootstepstopeace.com is my website. Also, like, share, subscribe. Comment. Let me know how these readings are working out for you guys. All right, so the overall energy is, it is time to release negativity. The energy is gaining momentum. Your dreams need a practical plan, and adjustments are required. The signs that I'm seeing here today are Scorpio and Taurus. That doesn't mean that they are only messages for Scorpios and Tauruses, but it could be a special message, whether that's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter and Mars. All right, you guys. So what is it that you're needing to release? You're needing to release anything that is not feeling good to the soul, needing to release your fears, needing to release negativity, needing to release a job. Is it a relationship? Is it a way of thinking, being, believing? I feel like you are needing to adjust your circumstances, adjust how you're looking at the situation as well. I feel like for some of you guys, you are needing to, get to the bottom of things and really be practical. Is this, for some of you, it's even releasing some of your material possessions. If you've been hoarding things and holding on to things that are, that have long passed their expiration date, I feel like for some of you, it's old energy that you are needing to let go of. So, okay, so one of the examples that I can give you is, did your ex-boyfriend buy you a stuffed animal and you still keep it on your bed? Maybe it's time to get rid of that stuffed animal. Yeah, maybe it's your favorite stuffed animal, but it's also carrying the energy of the ex. So what we're needing to do is get practical and let it go so that we can make more room for other things to come in. So sometimes it's just those things, mundane. It doesn't always have to be a huge life lesson. Sometimes it's just that, and Scorpio is all about, the fear, okay? Sometimes it's obsession. Some of us can be very obsessed with those aspects. And it can be definitely a double-edged sword, because Scorpio, you have to look at the Scorpion here. Sometimes the Scorpion, and Scorpios, you even know, if you're a Scorpio out there watching this, sometimes it's to the detriment of themselves. If you've ever seen a scorpion, they can actually end up stabbing and killing themselves, and a lot of them do that. So we want to make sure that whatever it is, we're not allowing the past and pride to get in the way of how we're needing to move forward. And here we have the full moon in Leo, and we just had the new moon yesterday. So, I feel like, this has a lot to do with pride and ego. And, there is a time for pride. There is a time, where your pride and your ego actually saves and serves a purpose. It can save you from certain aspects. So I just want to say that, you need to be mindful about being too stubborn, because Taurus here can be very stubborn and set in their ways. This is the bull here. And again, they can use their horns and come charging at you, and they can use that in a negative connotation. And I feel like, when you look at the Scorpion and the bull here, those can be very powerful and poisonous creatures as well. This one's power and stubbornness, and this can be poison and toxin, okay? So we want to be mindful of those things, because whatever is going on here, whatever it is that you're needing to release, the energy is trying to push it forward. So if it's a thought process, or whatever, let it go. Maybe it's the way that you talk to yourself as well. Okay, so We got one flying across the room. Tick tock. Yeah, clock is ticking, you guys. So I feel like you guys need to realize that, time is of the essence. And when I'm talking about the energy is gaining momentum, I think that you already know that it's time that you let go of whatever this is. And I feel like for some of you, it is, a belief system for real, and change in the wind. So you thought you were going one way, and now you're going the opposite way. For some of you, you're definitely moving, and it's time for you to get practical about where it is that you're going, because again, and here's the deal. Look, you guys, this is the yang energy. The yang is the masculine energy, where it's time for you to take action. It's time for you to move forward. And because it's causing a lot of chaos and conflict, we tend to be getting this one a lot. Do you notice how they kind of look the same, these two cards? For some of you, you're definitely picking up your home and you are moving. I think that you thought maybe you were moving one place and now you're moving to another place, because there has been a lot of things that are kind of standing in the way. I do want to say a lot of you guys are definitely building blocks. Try not to build walls around yourself, because we don't need that. It's a never-ending story, and a lot of people tend to do that quite a bit. If this is a relationship, whether it's family or business or whatever, we tend to tell ourselves the same story over and over and over again. Okay, I can never have that relationship, or I can never. How's that working out for you? Okay, so if you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you've always got. If you keep talking to yourself in that tongue, maybe it's time for you to flip it so that you can, and that's what this is talking about, maybe so that you can manifest new things, but you're going to have to make adjustments. Adjust the way that you're thinking about these things. Adjust the way that you're talking about these things. If you're always talking about the negative, it's time for you to start talking about positive things that, because this is the Leo new moon. Being brave enough to move forward and not letting our fear dictate what it is that we're doing. So adjust that, okay? Try not to be so stubborn and dogmatic in your ways, because how's that working out for you? You can't have new experiences if you're always in the old, sitting in the old dynamics, okay? So with that said, let's go ahead and look here. All right, Two of Wands came out. Wow. And the Queen of Wands came out, Spirit, for the 19th of August. All right, and the Two of Pentacles, and it came out on its side. So there's definitely choices and decisions that are needing to be made here. You are definitely needing to take action. Listen, the King of Wands is all about action, passion. He doesn't let anything stop him. And funny enough, here's the Queen of Wands. So now we have the King and Queen, both, but they're also looking in different directions. Did you notice that? She's looking this way and he's looking this way. So they're almost like working at cross purposes. And there's a decision that needs to be made. Okay? She's a little more emotional. She's very creative, and she's, empathetic, not sympathetic whatsoever. The Queen of Wands has no sympathy. She's definitely attached to the occults. Look at her black kitty right here. She's got her black kitty. And so she is definitely connected to the underworld, the taboo parts of life. Okay. And him, on the other hand, he is looking in the opposite direction. And see how here he is standing here knowing he's got the world in the palm of his hands, and he's trying to make a decision. So funny enough, here's how I'm seeing this, okay? She's looking at the Two of Pentacles, and he is looking just off in the other direction, off at the past. She's looking at the future, okay? And so I feel like for some of you, it's almost like you're juggling whether or not you want this relationship. Two twos here means that it's time to make a decision on whether or not you're going to move forward with this, because there is a change in the wind. I feel like for this feminine here, I think for some of you, you're definitely walking away from a masculine figure, okay? I'm definitely seeing that here. I feel like you have a choice that needs to be made. I think for some of you, you're definitely juggling a couple of different things, maybe even a couple of different people here, okay? So I feel like, the masculine is definitely needing to take action. If this is a romantic relationship, I feel like the masculine has built blocks around his heart. I feel, and you could be taking on the masculine role even if you're a feminine, okay? But I am definitely seeing a lot of masculine energy here. Even I take on the role of the masculine, because I go forth for what I want. I'm not afraid to say this is what I want, and I go out and I get it. People might think that's crazy, but it's a dangerous level of freedom, and that's what we were sent here to do. So if fear wasn't an option, what would you do? And that's what it's saying. If fear wasn't an option, what would you do? Let it go, because otherwise pride gets in the way, the past gets in the way. If it's a relationship, I just talked about this on my new moon reading that I did on my live on Facebook, and I was talking about how a lot of the time we don't take action towards what we want. You know what's sexy is when I say that's what I want and I'm going to go out and get that. Okay? And that right there is the everything, the epitome. And I've done that myself. It's like I go out, I say I'm going to do that, and then I go and do it. And to other people, they can't handle that. But I'm not in charge of their feelings. So I feel like there is definite new beginnings that are getting ready to happen here. I feel like the world is in the palm of your hand, and all you have to do, you're one decision away from changing the entire trajectory of your life. And when I see the yang energy, it's like time to take action. So if you're walking away from that job, or you're walking away from that relationship, or you're walking away from, that home and moving into a new home, allow that to happen. And I think that the chaos and conflict that comes along with it is you're juggling your finances. Am I going to have enough money? Am I going to have enough, fill in the blank, okay? The thing is you're going to have to adjust your spending. For some of you, you definitely need to adjust your spending, especially when I'm looking at the Taurus card. Taurus is all about our assets, our debts. It's about stocks, bonds, hierarchies, bank accounts, and things like that. So I feel like for some of you, and when I'm looking at the Two of Pentacles here, and this is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy, I feel like for some of you, it's like you're trying to juggle and weigh up, am I going to have enough money? Am I going to be able to do all these things? The answer is yes, but you're going to have to make some adjustments in your spending. So be mindful not to be overspending and things like that, because I think that could definitely be could cause some tumultuousness in moving forward. Okay, for some of you, I definitely see it's. I feel like for some of you, if this is a relationship, you guys need to learn how to work together for the same common goal. For others of you, if this is coming into a new relationship or deciding, I don't want to be single anymore, because that Leo new moon is also being brave and going with what you feel in your heart. So I feel like for some of you, you're going to have to release, especially this masculine energy, release the negativity around coming, about coming into relationships, and realizing that the two of you, if you work together, could definitely build a future with one another, okay? And having the equality. And here's the masculine and feminine, divine masculine to the divine feminine. The only thing is right now I'm seeing them with their back turned towards each other, almost like they're on an independent journey, which is great. It's one thing to be independent, but it's another thing to be together. So we want to flip this around to where they are working together instead of behind each other's back, because what is standing in the middle of that is somebody is needing to sacrifice something in order to be in a part of this relationship. So tick tock, the clock is ticking, and it's time for us to make drastic decisions. Don't get held back. Be brave enough to make this decision and have the courage to move forward with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our love reading for August 19th. Spirit, please show me August 19th for the collective. Okay, for some of you, you need to release your ex. You need to release thoughts of your ex. So that's what I'm talking about. Tick tock, the clock is ticking. It is time for us to release what no longer serves a purpose. That's where the negativity comes in, and thoughts of negativity. And the energy is gaining momentum, maybe things were slow and now things are going to start picking back up and start really moving forward. All right, Spirit, August 19th for the collective. Okay, I'm telling you. All right, yeah. So these two cards keep coming up. Codependency. Maybe somebody here is codependent on you. Maybe, they're codependent on your finances, and you're trying to juggle and trying to decide on whether or not you're going to be able to have enough finances to be able to move forward. Maybe it's a big purchase that you need to make, and it could have something to do with vehicles here, because I am seeing the horses and a bull, and those can actually be seen as a vehicle in a past life, or in the past, not past life. Well, even past life. I'm not even going to take that back, actually. Spirit, please show me their love life. Also, addiction issues, okay? And stay optimistic about your love life. Okay, this actually showed up in my live reading, as well as this one. on the new moon in Leo. So if you are on my Facebook page and you haven't had an opportunity to look at that, otherwise look me up. It is The Footsteps to Peace. I have a group page and I have a business page. One of the groups you have to ask to be a part of. So it's saying stay optimistic about your love life. Release the thoughts of the ex. Release, whatever the ex did is in the past, and I feel like, around these new moons, full moons, we really need to, think positively. And that's what it's saying. Stay optimistic. For some of you, you definitely are going through a separation at this time. Congratulations on your new path. This is not a negative thing. And I feel like, you had to make a decision to be able to move forward. And a lot of the time, we go, oh, we're going through a breakup. Actually, I'm moving on to a new chapter of my life, and I need to embrace that and be excited about where I'm going. This is not a sad thing, okay? I mean, yeah, it sucks. It's work, but be committed. And that's what this is asking you to do, is make a commitment to the new path in your life. And for some of you, your ex keeps flirting with you, again, your ex is your ex for a reason. So let them stay in the past. There's a reason why it didn't work out. Stop trying to bring them back in. If this person was, juggling two different people, I don't think that they've stopped doing that. Okay. Especially when I'm seeing two twos here. So there is something here about somebody still dealing with, their past, and even if this person is like codependent on your money, maybe this is child support or spousal support and things like that. Maybe your money is still tied in. It's saying, release your ex. What are you willing to sell your soul to the devil for? Is it just to have that dime? Like, think about that. If you can do it on your own and you're not going to be juggling and asking, just don't ask for too much if you end up having to go down that road. Again, eventually it will come back to bite you if you are trying to be codependent on somebody who's no longer there, because I am seeing codependency and releasing your ex. I just want to let you know that the universe will come back around and it will bring back the karma. And I am bringing money up because we do have Taurus here and adjustments are required. And I have a feeling it's the masculine. I'm seeing a lot of energy with the masculine here right now. You've got the yang energy, you got the King of Wands energy, and then you have the bull, and the bull just is that masculine, like, stubbornness. So we want to be mindful about being a stubborn bull in what it is that we're trying to accomplish, because remember, you're going to take that into your future. So you guys, if this sounds like your story and you are interested in personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. There you'll find the link to my website, thefootstepstopeace.com. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And hit that notification bell. Chat again soon. Take care.